Hi, Claire here, Voice Pro SA. Today I'm coming in to answer some of your burning questions. I asked you what are some of the most important questions you want to know the answers to that I can help you with, and you gave me quite a lot of questions. So I thought I would come in and answer some of those questions personally. Now, for those of you who follow my social media, you know that I am a voiceover artist who works from home. I've created a home business as an online voiceover artist. That's all I do every day. And I have a course where I teach South Africans to do that too. So here are some of the questions that I want to answer for you that you asked me. First question is, what hours do you spend in your booth? Is this a full-time job for you? Yes, absolutely. I've been doing this for many, many years and it is full-time. I am in my booth every day, all day, mostly. Of course, I have to take some time out to do some marketing and admin and all of that boring stuff. I hate that kind of stuff, but I love the voiceover work. So yes, for me, this is a full-time job. I average about 3 to 6 voiceovers every day and a lot of audiobooks. So it is a full-time job, Monday to Friday. Of course, I do go to gym and pick my kids up from school, so I do have a bit of flexibility, a lot of flexibility actually, but it's full time. But for you, it can be a side hustle. You can do it at night. You can do it on weekends. If you're an actor and you take on projects, you can do this when you don't have any projects. So it can be whatever you want it to be. For me, it's absolutely full time. Okay, next question. I'm not very tech savvy. How will I learn to edit and create my own voiceovers? Okay, so this is a software question. I fully understand. I was terrified when I started this. I thought I'm never going to pick up the software. That's my biggest problem. But in actual fact, it is so easy. There is free software that you can download. There's a number of them. In my course, I teach one in particular, and it's actually so user-friendly. The interface is very much like a Microsoft Office program, and the buttons are often the same, the cut and the paste and all of that. So it's actually incredibly easy. I was surprised by how easy it is. I picked it up very quickly. So it took me about a month to learn the software and to practice till I could get to the point where I was producing voiceovers that were professional quality that I could send out. Next question. I don't have a lot of money to spend. Can I do this with limited cash? Yes, you can. That's exactly the point of this. You can start up a home business doing online voiceover from home with a very limited budget, because the studio, the recording space you set up, is a do-it-yourself studio, and I show you how I did it when I started out all those years back. Now, as you can see, I have upgraded to a booth, but that was about 2 years in. I upgraded to a booth. So the do-it-yourself recording space, you use what you've got around your house. You will need to invest in a little bit of entry-level equipment, which you can buy secondhand. I bought mine from Cash Converters and it didn't cost me a lot of money. And that's how I started out. A year in, then I upgraded my equipment. But that was perfect. So yes, you can do this on a budget. How will I know I'll make money out of this? What I can tell you is it took me a month to set up. It took me a while to practice. But in month 2, I was already earning money. Month 3, I was earning a good salary that I could quit all my other work and just do this full time. And my turnover kind of doubled as the months went by. It was doubling and doubling every month. And in year 2, I doubled what I'd made in year 1. And in year 3, I doubled year 2 again. So if you invest in this course, it is a very small amount of money. It's the equivalent of a couple of voiceover jobs. So after your first few paid jobs, you'll have made your money back. So it's definitely worth the investment. Okay. What kind of work can I find after doing this course? So the course is to get you up and running in an online voiceover business. I do all kinds of voiceover work. You can find all kinds of voiceover work online. So you can get commercials, e-learning videos. I started out, I got a lot of web videos, online, like online marketing videos. I also did a lot of telephone messages. Then I started getting commercials, and then I got a lot of children's stories. I was cast in a lot of children's stories for online apps. and meditations. That was quite big as well. Then a few years in, I got into audiobooks, and now I do a lot of audiobooks, although that is a massive amount of work, a big undertaking. What I really love doing is actually chasing character voice work. So I do a lot of character voices for video games and things like that. So I love character work, but you will find your niche and what suits your natural voice. You'll find that as you go along. I'm a total beginner who's never worked in voiceover before. Can I still succeed if I take this course? Okay, so this course teaches you everything you need to know about setting up an online voiceover business and working from home. I teach you everything you need to know for that business, including marketing, and I give you a voiceover review. But I don't teach performance skills in this. But everybody has a voice and a unique voice, and you might not need performance skills initially. If you choose to do e-learning or telephone messages, that's a craft you can practice. You don't need to have performance skills necessarily for that. So yes, if you've got a good voice, you like your voice, you like talking, people have said you've got a good voice, so on, then yes, you can absolutely succeed in this business. And if further down the line you need some performance skills, if you want to do audiobooks and really interpret scripts for commercials, then you can take a few personal coaching sessions to up your performance skills and script interpretation skills and so on. Okay. That's all the questions I'm going to answer for today. So I hope that answered some of them. You always know where to find me online if you want to pop me any other questions.